Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Nah, I can't. You got to come in and refresh. All right, Molly. Whenever you can come back in, ain't no problem. Good morning to everybody. I hope that y'all having a good morning. As you slide in here, please make sure that you like the Morning Mac Show page. Don't be afraid to say hello. You don't have to watch from the background. You can join in with us, join in on the conversation. Um, I already know we're gonna be talking about some good stuff today. Whenever it's this uh backup team type of thing behind Reese and she has to take a hiatus, I just know we get into our own little conversations. So I've been enjoying it this far. and I know we're gonna be hitting on some good things. So whenever Molly slide back in here, you get that situation together. I don't hear anything yet, but until you get it straight, I got it. I can talk to the people for a little bit. I ain't tripping, but I can't hear nothing yet. Let me see if I hear E. Unmute your mic. Let me see if I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My
So
bad.
Molly having a little issue, whatever. I'm gonna let him refresh and come back in. But um no, the reason why I was saying to touch back on why you was when you said something about how the morning was, and I said that it was a okay kind of morning. I'm not bitching and complaining because my check will be there, but at the same time, if y'all motherfuckers want me to be to work on time, I need my check to be on time. Like, so it seemed like shit just delayed, shit behind. Nothing that I'm complaining about. I ain't tripping over, but that's why I said this morning is okay. Cause I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be awake. Don't get me wrong. I'm outside breathing some fresh air and everything, but I just need the shit to be on point. If I'm on point about everything I'm putting out, I need motherfuckers to be on point about the shit that they putting out. But I mean, other than that, it is a decent morning. How's your morning? Let me ask you that. Because you said it was a blessed morning, good morning.
Yeah, well, I'm great morning. Like I said, whenever you made it past, the demons overnight tour, I'm saying, if you made it over that, then there you got a chance to make something happen today. I'm saying
Yeah,
it's early, the early bird get the worm, and like it's a matter how hungry you is.
yeah.
As far as the bills and all that go, I know we touched up on this. Patience is a virtue.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
I
know,
mean, my
it's
thing is I don't really trip over nothing that I know is coming. That's the thing. Actually removed that from myself. So things that I know is inevitable, things you got to take care of, like rent, bills, expenses, and shit. There's no reason for me to keep being somebody who the fuck wants to be hunched over with a dark cloud on them all the time because they can't, they feel like they can't get to this, can't get to that. I want to take some of that worry off myself. So I actually put a halt to that for real. I don't even really, trip too hard about that.
sometimes, like I said, we overthink a situation that we already know the situation is going to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying, and that
Mhm.
overthinking causes us to stress and have all types of emotional breakdowns. Like like I said, we all gotta try and see a situation for what it is, and just because you got a letter today saying, "Oh, we want to throw you out," don't mean tomorrow the rent won't get paid.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. I think it was yesterday. If
Yeah,
not yesterday, it was this week because you was saying some good stuff this week. But I
yeah.
remember you
Like
saying that.
like I said, right now, everything that's going on in this world is based on a time period.
Hmm.
And if you notice all around the world, you can't just focus on United States because United States is tied into too many other things for you not to be focused.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They not telling you that it's six different wars that's being fought. They're not telling you that. They're telling you, oh, we stopped this war, we stopped that war, but they're not saying we're involved in six different wars.
yeah.
I'm saying it's a
I mean, the
whole
fact that
lot
we
of
don't have no type of channel or nothing to tap into that shows different what's going on. I should be able to say, I should be able to see what's going on over there, just like they should be able to evenly see what's going on over here.
you
I don't know
can
why, I mean,
never.
I know why the narrative is controlled because they have people like Molly be saying sometimes they have people over in other countries thinking that people over here on that 25 cents a day, and some of them for real need that kind of help. So they could use some type of something, but not it's supposed to be internal. But also, I mean, I see why it's weaponized. I see why, but I wish the world wasn't the way it was. I mean, the way it is.
I
I wish it
mean,
wasn't like this.
it's
So,
it's 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 the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. One exists off the other.
yeah, and it's always gonna be there, and you
Yeah,
need one
but
to support the other. Somebody got to be up for somebody to be down, and vice versa. Somebody
yeah,
got to
but
be down for somebody to be up. What's up, Matt? Welcome in.
it's the fact that I don't want nobody ready to have what I have because now you become a threat.
I'm already here. Hey,
That,
thank you,
and,
JB, for your notification on the Morning Max Show page. I appreciate that shit.
and
Welcome
and
in.
like I said, As long as you tell society, hey, we're doing this to keep you safe, and society believes it, well
Hmm.
then that's guess what? That's the biggest scam going on.
Yep.
If I can trick a whole fucking nation into doing what I want them to do, then I got to be one of the smoothest mother. You can't be mad at me. You can't be
The
mad at me.
main thing I could witness in my lifetime is 9/11. You know, being somebody just like yourself that's a resident of this area, you
Uh-huh.
know, so I'm right. I'm Alexandria, so at the time I'm Alexandria, so Alexandria, Arlington, the Pentagon, all that shit is right. That's connected. As much as it got lines in the map to divide it, that's all one land mass.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's
but
I forgot what they call it. Uh, I forgot what they call it, but it's like a like you said, that's all that's together.
yeah,
Within
yeah,
I think everything within like a 20-mile radius is Pentagon property.
yeah,
Basically, I think
yep.
everything in 20-mile radius, and they make sure
Airspace
that
and all of that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
no fly
So
zone. Yeah.
right,
But that's the biggest thing that I've seen in my time would be 9/11, in
I
terms
mean,
of uh, pulling the wool over someone's eyes, using the trauma to not only hide the truth. I don't know, who knows and really read too much about the World Trade Center and what the buildings did and what their purposes were. The fact that there was an investigation going on at the time, and even the
the fact
owner of the World Trade Center up in his insurance at the time, like all that type of stuff.
uh,
But
the
they
fact that it
used the
wasn't,
trauma to. I'm gonna let you go, but
but
they
yeah,
used the trauma to have Americans ready to kill, ready for blood, ready to see some blood drawn. To be honest, so it's it's a fucked up game. Shit, you tapped out too, Uncle E.
Yo, yo,
I can hear you now. I think
we
Uncle E
we
tapped out, but
back.
I was talking about
What up, Matt?
I ain't see JB sliding here yet, but I seen this notification on the matchup page,
Yeah, I
whatever.
seen him in
I
the
was thinking of
comment.
for that.
What
Might
up,
just be,
JB?
but no, I was just talking about well, he Uncle E was mentioning first, like uh ways that were manipulated, and I was saying that the biggest testament, even though we talked about it before, was 9/11. That's the one of the things in my time that I recognize as trauma and all that being weaponized, and the American people being like their minds being swayed to be ready to see blood being drawn.
Mm,
They wanted, America, the whole country was for to, trying to kill whoever was responsible for 9/11 and all that. But we had our own shit to cover up on the soil, is what I'm saying. All the money that moved around before 9/11, all that came about. I don't know who really read
Yeah,
into it and or who was just traumatized by it and accepted it as is. But for those that
yeah,
looked into
everybody
it,
get
read any
audit.
books or anything about it, will
Somebody
realize,
getting audit. Yeah,
you know,
they had to
um,
see what numbers was looking like over there.
yep. Yep.
it
So that was
was.
justification to go over there and murk whatever just to to get what they had.
Uh,
We opened up the
I
door for they had to do something like that for everybody to be and fall in line and not really question it too much. They was for it.
it's a
You know.
whole lot that was going on in that Middle East as far as 9/11 had to go deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
One thing that they was doing was they was trying to get the tomb of what's his name? What's that king name? It
I ain't
was a
gonna lie.
tomb,
Net,
Yeah, I ain't gonna say. Oh, okay.
Neptune.
but yeah, y'all know the tomb I'm talking about. They was trying to get the tomb over there. They was also over there trying to fight them Arabs, and they end up hitting one of them oil tankers. That's what ended the war in the Middle East. And not to
Yeah.
mention they dropped a silent bomb on their own people. Yeah, they
Damn.
dropped. Yeah, they like when they said the war was over, they had to drop that payload. So instead of them dropping the payload where they supposed to have dropped it at, they dropped it on American soldiers. The
Damn.
average, the average American soldier that came home from the war in the Middle East had some type of nerve damage.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying
mm.
I know at least four soldiers, was four youngest. They was youngest than me, but I know
When
at
you
least
say
four.
silent bomb, would that be equivalent to what a EMP is, which is that electromagnetic? pulse type of meaning, like
Uh,
you don't see an explosion, but it's something that
you know,
occurs in the air.
no,
So is it equivalent to that when you say silent? Because I haven't heard a
yes,
silent bomb.
the bomb basically blows up in the atmosphere, and
Mhm.
the gases from the bomb. That's basically what like a nuclear bomb. We die from the gases that come from out of the sky. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Once it
the
goes all the way
fallout.
up in the
Yeah.
sky, right? We
What's
die
up,
from the
Chop Out?
fallout. You know what I'm saying? And like you had it was like I say, everybody gets lost on thinking that these wars really mean something. These wars are a part of population control as well.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Gender
You know what I'm
21
saying?
and a few other things. Yeah.
Right. Now, 9/11 was not supposed to be as big as it was. And George Bush didn't know as much as everybody thought he knew. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? He
he
was a
was blindsided.
he was a
Like,
pawn in all this. He was a pawn.
mhm.
This was done by the higher ups. He was a
Yeah.
pawn in that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? But it was him, it was them saying, now is the time for you to stand up and be this president that you know you're not.
Yeah. Use
Your father,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Because you got to remember when Bush Jr. was in the White House, his father was still running shit.
Right.
His
Yep.
father in Butler was still running shit. You know, it's funny. It's funny how the little white girl connected all the presidents together.
Hmm.
And if you go back in history, you'll see that George W. Bush, the nanny for George W. Bush at his house, raised Obama. And
Hmm.
Obama's father is an elite, and you never hear no one say anything about Obama's father or mother.
Nope.
He wasn't raised by his mother and father. He was raised by George W. Bush, nanny.
Yeah.
And once I said his Obama is definitely an elite. I don't want nobody to think anything otherwise. His job was never to help the black people, the uprising of the
Nah.
black people.
Nah.
It was never that. It was
Nah.
never that. You know what I'm saying? See, you gotta understand like this. Trump, this is what I like about Trump, but I'm also gonna tell you what I dislike about Trump. What I like about Trump is the fictitious stories that has always been told. He's always screamed on it. No one likes Trump because he made his own money. He scammed his way up to the top, but he made his own money. And once he got there, he's always been a boss. And bosses carry shit a certain kind of way. I'm not gonna be a boss and be around another boss and I know this motherfucker's lying. Nah, get the fuck out of here. That's not what the fuck going on. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck going on. If you want to say something, say the truth. Because you're a fucking boss. There's no need in you to fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to lie. You're a fucking boss. The first time Trump lost his election, I mean, when he was in the White House and he lost to Biden, he lost because he didn't make a deal with China.
Mhm.
He's supposed to have made some type of deal with China. He didn't make that deal. He was not able to make the cut. He wasn't able to
Yeah.
make the cut.
Yeah. There's plenty
History,
of evidence of
history
people
has
being
all
eliminated for not making the cut.
history has
So,
already been written. It's a book called 20 years of lies. The book is called 20 Years of Lies. And the book depicts all the lies that they've been telling us about all these major events and
hmm.
why these events really took place. It
Hmm.
also, and if you read the book Beyond a Pale Horse, if you read this book, which wrote back in 1983, I think.
Did this screen freeze? Seemed like it froze out. I hate when somebody in the middle of spitting something and I don't know where they was
Yeah,
going to be able
you
to.
yapping too long. You need to learn how to pass the mic.
Whoa.
Now you over there stuck. That's what happened when you talk for like 5 minutes or longer. They freeze you. Nah, don't make some good points, man.
Yeah, he
We
was though.
keep with
He
that.
was.
A lot of people just gotta follow the money. That's why I tell everybody. We know what we was doing. We big dogs. We was going over there to steal, or it ain't had
Yep.
nothing to do with no real war. and at the
Nah.
same time they put fear in their own people. People were scared to fly. People
Yep.
looked at anybody that looked like an Arab was a threat.
Oh yeah, they had trouble for the longest.
Yeah, if these people did it, why they still in our corner stores and that seven? It's like, nah, something ain't right. And then you find out the dude who just bought the building, he got it insured and he got about
Yep.
10 times more than what it was actually worth.
Yep.
So they know what they was doing, man. They did. It was messed up what they did, but we too educated now and as
Yeah.
people. We a little more advanced than we was back then at
Yeah.
whatever
I will say
age
that.
people was. But it was plenty of videos people saying that no, it was a bomb. We
Yeah,
seen
shit
demolitions.
happened was blowing up inside before this
Yeah.
shit, Yep.
So just like
Like,
we believe the people or the news, people gonna believe the news. Well, the news said this. I believe the eyewitness that was out there.
I
It's too
believe the
many.
demolition specialist. I believe the architect. I believe them people, the people that
Yeah.
specialize in building design and how things actually supposed to happen. They got
What
to do
up, Will?
math. What's up, Slicky? They got to do math, and it's a lot of equations and stuff that go with building design and aerodynamics around a building, all that shit. So it ain't,
Yeah. But
So
I think everything happened by design and
yeah,
planning. When it come to them people, I don't think they just let things happen. Like when
nah,
things big like that
nothing
happen.
actually happens without it.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
happens.
I got another thing to tell y'all about 9/11, right? About the World Trade Centers, right? First of all, it was a demolition that was it was a structured demolition. And if you go back to the tapes, you can see how each floor
Mhm.
was blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Now the funny thing is,
What's up, Mr. John?
it wasn't from the hundredth, the one I think from floor 105 all the way up to the top. There was no Jewish people or anything in there. For some reason, they took off. You know what I'm saying? It's also it's also a reserve for gold that was in the World Trade Center. For some reason or another, that gold came up missing. The gold
Mm,
came up missing. You know what I'm saying? But from my understanding, the gold was taken up out of there months before the World Trade Center. That's what the word. That's why they hit the World Trade Center for the
right.
gold, so they can say somebody. Oh, well, we don't know what happened to. A lot of people didn't even know the World Trade Center was a reserve for gold.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was reserved for gold, and it's supposed to be gold in there the day that the buildings collapsed. Now they only tell you about 3 or 4 planes. Altogether, it was 6 planes. Altogether, it was 6 planes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny that everybody
Waiting
who
for that
was
notification on the morning page, Mr. John.
yeah, everybody who was flying these planes were of military descent and was trained by our government.
Yeah, yeah.
So if the individuals that's flying these planes were trained by y'all, then mentally it would say, damn, well, maybe y'all got something to do with this because it's kind of funny how everybody was on a different plane, but everybody has been trained by y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all got all these motherfuckers on the watch list, and for some way or another, you didn't see you. Oh, you knew these motherfuckers in New Jersey was flying toward the White House. How the fuck did you know that?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you know they was flying from? Guess what? Y'all motherfuckers got fighter jets that can get from here to New York in motherfucking 7 minutes. So please tell me where the fuck these fighter jets was at that day. Oh, my bad. They came out
It was
after.
supposed to be a training. The reason why it was supposed to be a scheduled training was supposed to be the excuse or reason why they weren't readily available. It was supposed to be a training operation at that time.
Wow, how convenient.
Yeah, well,
How
yeah,
convenient on the most dangerous day of a lot of people's lives. Wow. No, you know how many? Do you know how many bases we have in the United States that have fighter jets? Do you know how many
yeah,
bases we have on? Like, guess what? We the only country that have over 169 bases worldwide. You
yeah.
got 169 bases, and some countries got motherfucking 15, 20 bases.
Well, I mean, I
United
feel like
States.
we gonna bully people into to fall in line because a lot of these places that are agreeing to this need something. So
When
them treaties and them agreements, whoever the top tier people are, they're still agreeing to, allow this to happen. So, their country or whatever is, but they agree to fall in line for some kind of trade. Somebody's making a
okay,
deal somewhere because if
okay,
nobody's
see,
gonna allow, hold on, let me see what he has on screen. The relationship between Osama bin Laden and the CIA. I was gonna mention that, him being in Florida. The relationship between Osama bin Laden and the CIA is complex, with historical evidence suggesting the CIA provided funding and support to bin Laden and his I don't want to say that
His game.
Mujahideen fighters in Afghanistan during the 1980s against the Soviet Union. Later, the relationship shifted to one of intense pursuit, with the CIA leading the effort to find and kill him, culminating in the two, 2011 raid on his compound in Abbot Abbottabad, Pakistan. His historical partnership and blowback. During the Soviet-Afghan War, bin Laden was an ally of the CIA in the fighting Soviets. Reports indicate that bin Laden and his fighters received funding from the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. He helped build facilities in the Coast Tunnel complex, which the CIA was funding as a major arms and training depot for the Mujahideen uh, regime. Mm.
So they was
Well, I mean, I know he was
allies.
over here getting medical treatment,
Man,
period. Florida, I know about that. So yeah, him
man,
being all of this,
that's when people
all of
got
this,
understand as a gang. He was allies, like he was
yeah,
partners with the CIA, and
yep,
then they needed to use him, for this little plot that they put together. We can blame it on this guy, like because he refused to sell his ore. Oh, you don't want to sell it to us? Okay, we'll find another way to take it. We're just gonna go to war with you. But before this, they was willing to get his dude weapons. So it's like even when they went to war with him, who weapons you think they shooting at Americans with?
yeah, right,
It's the same weapons that we funded them with. We funding these people. So it's like, man, this shit a game, man. I just think they be using each other as the fake enemies to supply the war, and the war brings a lot of money. That's what people don't understand. So
yeah,
I was like, they got us. I don't think it's gonna happen again, probably till like another 30 years. But we're a little too sharp. We'll know where they coming from this time. You
yeah,
back with us on?
yeah, I wanna speak on that because I got a little bit. I told y'all, man. I know I get on some people's nerves. All
Nah,
right, the
you
Why
relationship,
stop saying that?
the relationship between what the CIA ain't telling y'all is the relationship between George Bush and Bin Laden Bin Laden in the United States was every president had his bad guy. Every president had his bad guy that he did arms trades with and all that. If y'all remember the what was it? The general who did all the selling guns to all these different countries. But let me go past that. But anyway, the relationship is the United States was using Bin Laden and his community to fight the Soviet Union. Once they conquered the Soviet Union, and I guess the Soviet Union, quote unquote, supposed to have been gone or diminished. You know what I'm saying? United States, once again, Oliver North case is what I was talking about too. Look it up. But United States, once again, turned on their enemy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on their ally, which was Osama bin Laden. The relationship even goes even deeper because Osama bin Laden and George Bush Jr. had a bank account together. Yes, they shared the same
yeah.
bank account. They both had the same bank account. Another thing is the night that they went looking for Osama bin Laden's mother and father was in the White House.
They
I didn't know
friends.
that.
Osama,
They all
Osama bin Laden's mother and father are elites.
they boy
Osama
they
bin
going
Laden,
against each other.
now this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing, right? Because everybody who was on Team Six, who's on Fox, I think it's Fox Team Six. Everybody who went on that mission is dead now.
Mm,
All those paramilitary dudes who went on there and they're dead.
mm.
Every last one of them.
I'm not surprised about his parents being elites, because usually that's how you get in the first place. If you anybody of power, usually it was already power in your bloodline, and that's how you were chosen to even, so you were the top of the top when it came to school, or your, your grades being summa cum laude and all that type of shit. Like, a lot of that is already looked at and analyzed, who these people's kids are, and how they, a lot of these relationships are orchestrated. A lot of these marriages and stuff are orchestrated for power and for to carry money in a certain direction, carry power in a certain direction. But yeah, that's not surprising that his parents are elites. That's usually how you get in. Somebody's
Now,
cousin. I mean, fucking celebrities you ain't know is actually Snoop Dogg's actual blood, or just people, certain people's blood. You didn't even know that they, was cousins, and this person came. They totally separate. You won't even see people sometimes in the same circle and still be, related to somebody. But yeah,
now
they bring them
the
in when
rap
they
game,
want to,
yeah,
but they plotting
and
ahead.
the rap game is a little different because these individuals are youngins that come from the streets and then are groomed into an organization and told to be this character. That's why, if you notice, the average lawsuit that they're fighting over is a name. You're fighting for your name. You're fighting for,
Yeah,
like, all right, my name was Snoop Dogg when I came to the industry. Okay, y'all took my brand and y'all made my brand into this. But then y'all said, hey, guess what? Because the contract's up, you ain't Snoop Dogg no more because we bought your name. So now there's a legal battle of I need my name back so I can get my royalties. But nah, we're not giving you your name back. You know what I'm saying? And that's thing you hear about them, the smear campaign. Oh, Snoop Dogg's he's on crack now. He's out there
yeah,
selling his ass or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then they give you so many backstories, they make everybody who's watching believe what they're saying.
yeah.
Now, I don't agree with what the fuck Diddy was doing, right? But the only thing that proved to me is that he's just a nasty motherfucker. That's it.
Type
Yeah,
shit.
That's the
man.
only thing y'all proved that he's just a nasty motherfucker. He
Type
ain't.
shit.
I hate to say it, but he ain't no nasty than the average nigga out here, dog. So I'm trying to figure you
Yeah.
gonna give him time being a nasty motherfucker.
Don't get the Diddy parties, y'all. Don't get the Diddy parties.
Unc ain't gonna know. Unc don't do
Nah,
parties.
but that's why they switched their name. A lot of people don't know that, So Diddy, he was smart enough. He understand that, okay, they own this name, so I'm gonna come out. Oh, you Puff Daddy? Oh, now they call me Diddy. So y'all
Yeah.
get paid
Yeah.
off Puff, but my next year I'm just say
Keep
Diddy.
changing.
Yeah,
All right.
cold. I'm
I don't
the
know what that little
love.
Snoop Lion wave was
Yeah,
about. I mean, I enjoyed it while it lasted, but that ain't last too long. I guess he back to being Snoop Dogg. So I don't think nobody took his name in this instant.
but
I think
Snoop
I'm
is a
just
bitch. Snoop is a bitch.
yeah,
tell me how you
Snoop
really feel.
Snoop
goddamn
has
man.
always been a bitch. Snoop has
Snoop
always been a bitch. Snoop is
goddamn
a
man.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to say,
That's what
yeah, he's a
everybody say.
bitch. Yeah.
That's
Now
what
Hey
because
everybody
see,
Snoop.
say in the rap
Hey
game. When you
Snoop,
see
Snoop,
yes, Unc,
interviews,
man.
Snoop,
them
Unc
deep ass
cool,
Snoop
man.
interviews
goes.
about celebrity interactions,
Yeah.
people talk a lot of
He,
shit about Snoop.
if you remember, Snoop got on the stage, man. Anybody who do a show for Donald Trump, man, you getting,
Yeah,
man, we taking your hip
Yeah,
hop
then he
car,
over there
and you
yeah,
the
crip
first, and
walking
you
on
the
the
first nigga
presidential stage and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
with
gotta
with a
remember,
fucking
man.
suit on. Yeah,
You
with a
gotta
fucking
dancing
suit
all
remember.
in
on.
your
Fuck boy.
videos and shit.
You gotta remember. Snoop Dogg came out and called Gail King a bitch. He said, "Yeah, you keep keep Kobe name out your mouth.
Come
You
out,
did it." Then
bitch.
he came back and he apologized. When them people come to him and put him back in line, he understand.
Yeah,
So he probably did feel like that,
he
but
did.
years
He
later,
did. Yeah,
he
he did. See,
Man, I'm
Bobby
understood.
say,
don't
hold.
chant that shit.
It's,
He
it's funny you say
understood.
something
It's
about Gail
different.
King.
Hmm.
My bad. It's funny you say something about Gail King, right? Because CBS fired her, right?
Yeah, they
So with
removed. Yeah,
this,
let go of him.
this what she did. Since they didn't tell her, and she had to find out outside from the media. When she found out, she got on the phone. She closed all her bank accounts. She pulled out all her millions. She sold her motherfucking house in New York. She don't. Like she reduced she did her taxes. She closed down all her bank accounts, and now
What
she
that
bought a house
sound
in
like?
some country. She said, "Man, she getting the fuck away from politics, these white
Sound like
people,
you getting away
these
from jail, man.
demons." Yeah, she's
She
not
getting
because
away from
no, but
jail. Her name about to come up in some shit. She with
Yeah,
all
because
that
it's not gonna go
bullshit.
down
Y'all
like that. You're
know
not
all
All
not
that
gonna
them
get
though.
that
fleeing
money
Y'all,
the
y'all
country.
know.
and think you gonna close off no
No, no.
account.
All them niggas fleeing the
What
country,
she,
man.
what
They
she,
know
no,
what's
no.
up.
What she's doing,
Nah, they
what she's doing
know.
is, what she's doing is she's taking that money, that cash money, and she's putting that up because she knows they're about to come at her. See, you got to
Man,
remember what I'm saying the other
America
day.
money ain't worth
Re-
shit nowhere
No,
else,
no, but
man.
remember what I
They
said the
That's
got
the
other
thing
day.
too,
America.
though.
Remember what I
That's
said
the
the other
thing too,
day, and
though.
that
With this
was,
shit going digital, that shit might not be. By the time she get out of the fire, I don't think it'll be shit left in this country.
He went on the plane with
The way
and
this shit heading, it
and
seems
million
like it's
cash.
going. That money ain't gonna mean a
no,
motherfucking thing. You just as broke as we are by the
Running,
time
man.
she come around that shit full circle.
All on running, man.
nah,
Everybody
They
on the
all
same
moving out
level by the
the
time
country.
she get done. Watch.
man,
I
that
just
lady
like,
is 70. That lady is 70 years old. She
yeah,
has tied in with some of the most prominent motherfuckers walk on the face of this earth. You don't think
yeah.
she got backing? You're crazy. You're
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
You don't think she got
They
backing?
told her. They
That she
told her.
got
They
back
said, get all your shit, empty
and
You
out
get the
your
ain't
fuck
you
account,
ain't
on.
have
and
backing
get
when
the hell
you
up out of
when they
here,
took you
man.
off that motherfucking platform, so you wasn't doing too
Exactly.
you wasn't
Dude,
in
No
falling in
more.
line that well. Because if you
There's no
was, you
more.
still be up there like Candace Owens and them all them other people that
and
I
Yeah,
see
nah, her
with
time
and
with,
is over.
bla-
that's
with with flashing lights in front of their face and
Yeah, her
people
time is
snapping
over.
shots and they be primped up proper like them motherfuckers. She off the board because she ain't
that's
you
real.
probably ain't giving what the fuck they need you to give and you might not
They
be
sent her to space. They
but you
she
don't
going
just you don't dip off. You
When
don't run off on the plug. Not with this plug. You don't run off on this
when
plug.
you when you have information, when you have information that is damning, and you say the information to the wrong person in the organization,
oh
and that word gets back to the top officials, and you find out there's an issue, the only thing you can do is get away from this digital monster. Because as I said, and going back to Diddy, if Diddy would have got found guilty, then every lawsuit against him, they would have won. The courts found him guilty for all these acts. So anything, all these lawsuits, he would have lost all
he
of them.
already paid
But
them
since he
all
didn't,
anyway. He
yes.
paid them motherfuckers before they even got
But no,
started.
no, but no, no, but look,
His
no, no, but listen,
company.
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Right, but listen what I'm saying. Everybody ain't accept the payoff because a lot of people thought he was gonna get found guilty. We are
They made
everybody honestly thought this was going to be the biggest railroad system in the world. But the niggas he said something locked up and he put it out there for everybody to hear. And that was, oh, you think y'all got everything? Y'all don't have half of what y'all think y'all got. Diddy was
man,
still
it's
extort
stage,
motherfuckers locked up.
man. That shit's
That
a
nigga still extort
stage,
motherfuckers
man.
locked up.
All that shit stays. Diddy in jail. They talk about it. That it is to keep everybody distracted. Young Thug case. Who cares about these niggas? It like it's a dude down the street probably going through the same thing Diddy going through. Ain't nobody worrying about his case. It's just to keep people distracted, man. I really just don't. I be laughing like, who really give a fuck about what Diddy going through right now? They do. They constantly push it on the media. Then people be like, Diddy did. I don't know that nigga for real, man. That nigga probably weird. He probably
I'm dead.
all types of shit. But you got people be arguing from, he
It's,
really this and he did this and these people. We don't know these people. All these people is in the clan. I know they all be throwing up the same signs. It's no
Yeah, all,
different. You
hitting all
see a
that
hood,
shit and
the
all that
same
shit.
hood. They throw up the same
Uh-huh.
signs. So him, LeBron, all these people and all they all together, they under the
Yeah.
same umbrella and they all pushing the same agendas to keep us dumbed down. So it's all
right.
entertainment. They play basketball, some play football. Oh, you don't watch that? Okay, you watch Taylor Swift. The Swifties out here, everybody getting distracted by
That's
something. The
what I
next
meant by somebody for everybody. When I think it was
yeah,
yesterday or a day before
Yeah,
yesterday, I said that there's something that's put in place for every single thing you can think about.
right.
The people that are allowed to be on the forefront and allowed to be the top when it comes to social media influencers and all that type of shit. You're doing something that they want you to do.
yeah,
There was some type of agreement. If you don't think the algorithm is real and all that shit, shadow ban and all that type of shit is real, then whatever. But like everything
yeah,
is controlled. It's allowed because you're fulfilling some type of spot that they need you to fill
yeah,
for that body of people. You
yeah.
know
I want to ask y'all something.
What's
what? What's
that?
that?
Nah, because it's crazy that you said something about the algorithm, right? Now, the other day, I'm sitting here trying to think about I'm thinking about two things. I'm thinking about Amazon. I got to order this pot from Amazon, and
Yeah,
I was thinking about shoppers.
yeah.
Right? Why I open my phone, and the first two things come to my phone on my Gmail is shoppers and Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Hell
go to
yeah.
hold no that, no that's not no, that's not even the crazy part. When I go on Amazon, it goes right to the part I'm looking for. I didn't even have to search for it, but I never said anything on my phone. Only thing I did was thought about this shit. I lied to you not. That's the only thing I
Mhm.
did was thought about that shit. And not like I want to know, does the algorithm does it predict your thoughts?
I think it's somewhere around that. I think a lot
It has
of
to,
I've noticed the shift. It wasn't this detail at first. This
right.
is top notch. And we're saying anything like CIA, this is top notch, Big Brother, like programming, understanding everything about. You could have been talking about the shit. God damn, I need some breaks or whatever. If all of these little things is okay. Let me give you an example. I'm downloading a calculator app on my phone. Why the fuck you asking for my contacts? You asking for access to my photos? You asking for access to jump into this and jump into that for me to use a calculator app? All of these things are integrated together. It takes nothing. If you know anything about IP addresses or anything like that, it's nothing to tap into somebody's ring camera or anything off their Wi-Fi. All of this stuff is one thing. So if you use something like a chat GPT or AI of any kind or Google Assistant or whatever, all that stuff giving you instant answers, that's because all of this stuff is already, it takes nothing to pull from a database to fulfill that information. Like like everything is under one web. All of this is under one web. Like they can pull up all your information instantly pulled up about everything that what kind of car you own, all that type of shit. I was looking into car insurance for myself. Why the fuck y'all telling me about my aunt's car and my cousin's car? Like the fact that you know
Mhm.
that, and I'm just using my information, that already shows me like all of this stuff is integrated. I'm looking at personal insurance for my car insurance for myself, not using nobody information of my own, and y'all could tell me the car owners, not the car owners' names, but what kind of cars are owned by the house. So that means I
Yeah.
can use that and tap into your house.
Yeah.
Use your information really and see what kind of car what y'all own. All this is integrated.
But
All
the
this is
third
together.
your information is sold third party. It is sold
Yeah,
third party, and
yeah,
we agree to these terms and policies without reading it. We just scroll all the way. All right, it said all right. We just scroll all the way to the bottom. It says accept. We push accept, but we don't even know what we're accepting to. They're selling our information, telling you that somebody can get into your IP address. But here it is. If you push this button or you do that, them saying they can't do it, the alert will go up. But we don't know none of that because all we want to do is just get the app and just press accept and get the app. When you accept their cookies is their ads and them selling your goddamn information.
right.
What is what is cookies? Your sweets, right? What is your sweets? What you have?
Your goodies.
I'm trying to tell you.
You out here selling your sweets on.
Nah, uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
nah, man. Don't nobody want these sweets, baby. These sweets, these sweets fucked up.
I'm
Yeah.
dead. I'm dead.
Mm-mm. And people gotta understand how fingerprinting work. Like you ain't gotta be somewhere. They can take a cup and just brush your fingerprints off of it, scan it. They know exactly who you are. So a lot of people they hear about it in the movies, but they don't know that shit is real. Like you can scan somebody. Like you got the airport, they got a little machine you can go and they can scan your body, see what's in it, what's out. You see it in the X-ray machines, but they got these machines here, we think it's just looking at us most time. Like, nah, it probably scan our brain. It probably can actually understand and tell everything we thinking about. It's no different than hooking up to a machine and they can read your vitals. They can tell how your heart working. Is it beating too fast, too slow? So everybody just think that if you ain't hooked up, but remember, cable you said to hook up everything. Now most things wireless. Internet, everything is wireless. So why we don't think that they can make devices that's actually wireless that can do these same things? You know, so I don't put nothing past them. I think they just doing this to sell us more stuff. They want to know more about us. And when I look at things like that, that make me think they not us. Like for us to actually want to study us so much, that don't make sense. But when we want to study other animals and stuff, it makes sense. We curious.
Yeah,
We love to study all types of
I like
animals.
that point. Yeah.
Yeah, but for them to be studying us, it seems like we the animals and they something else that's a little more advanced. And the more we out here, that's why they keep count on everything. Everybody got a number. They want to know what you eating, what you doing daily. It's like, you know how many of us it is? You know what type of technology you gotta have to keep up with everybody doing, but somehow they got it. So I just like, man, I don't know what we get into most of the time, but it's curious. I be thinking, he said Marley Marl is Cliff. What you talking about, Maddie?
No, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it might be on point, and sometimes I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But I mean, you gotta put your SSN on everything, so to get your car, all the little things. It's not easy for. I mean, it's not hard for the internet or whatever to pick up on what kind of brakes you need. You probably say, "Damn, my brakes fucked up, man. I need it, man. God damn, I don't feel like doing this shit right now." Your phone hear all that shit. Your phone hear
Yeah,
everything you talking about. Like,
everything.
if we got an app like Shazam, small shit, I pay attention to everything. So I don't be surprised by too much, because if we got apps like Shazam, before your phone did it, before YouTube did it, and all that shit, the only thing you can have to find a song really was Shazam. Google didn't do it, none of that. Now all of it does it. But if you have an app that is picking up on the sound waves and telling me what a song is playing from across the street, I'm pretty sure that you can, like, you can pick up
Yeah,
on my sound waves. You know what my voice is. You know what, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
It's
not
like,
it's shit be right in front of your face, but it be presented as a luxury, and then it's not paid attention to. You
yeah,
gotta fall in line with something. You're gonna look, you're gonna pay attention to it more than something that you feel like is like a step up
yeah,
or a upgrade.
Hey,
yeah.
would y'all believe that there is really no murder that is unsolved?
Know what?
There's no murder that's unsolved.
I don't
Oh,
think there's anything under Big Brother's eye that he can't see.
No,
oh,
I'm glad you said that
yeah,
because look, guess what? Google Earth, right? You can go on Google Earth and you can go down to a spot, almost down to a one millionth of a spot. Like you can go all the way from this satellite all the way down and look at a fire hydrant
Mhm.
on a certain block and all that. So
I
if
don't
you
believe
can
in
do that,
satellites.
yeah, no. I mean, I believe in satellites. I just don't think they all the way up as far as they say. But
Okay.
at the same time, it's if Google Earth works 24 hours a day, how can you not go to this particular spot where this dude got shot, right? And
Mhm.
go right there, find out who shot him, and then retrace the spot. You can do that because Google Earth records. So that means it goes
But
backwards.
it's
So,
also dead
yeah,
zones, and those people can control. And the reason why I say that is because when I'm driving around some of these military spots and all that around here, I got a base right on the end of my road. I know I've been on the base a couple times. It's not showing me the buildings that are there. It'll be a big ass
yeah,
building right there, and it will not show me on the map, but it
yeah,
will take me up the street past it, and it'll be just regular. It'll look like grass, depending on if you got the 3D shit on where it's supposed to be satellite. It'll look like it's just a grass field. There's a building right there. They can control what they put on the map.
yeah, but
uh,
that ain't how Google Earth work. It ain't no live
It's a
footage.
car. Yeah, it's a
People
Google cars
assume
and
that
shit.
it's live footage. They go around and they take pictures of areas, and then that's it. Like I can pull up Google Earth and put up where I'm at right now. That's gonna be from months ago. Sometimes a
Yeah,
year ago. That's
live.
why you can put up like a school that's getting built right now. If you put in that address on Google Earth, you're gonna see the old location. They not gonna have that. So that's why you don't see them solving murders, because they ain't dead doing the murder. They just go. You see the cars they ride around with the big camera on top, and it say Google
right.
Earth on it, and they go around and they snap pictures. That's why you see people on them sometime. That person not actually dead live. He was dead
But you
probably
but you
days
gotta have
ago.
an aerial view. Still gotta
Yeah,
be an aerial view.
but you just snapping a picture of that time and day. It ain't live. you know. So it's like I can take a picture right now, but tomorrow that picture's still gonna be on Google Earth if you're looking for that store, that location. It ain't like it's live footage. That's what you're assuming. It's live footage. Like they can go in there right now and see what people doing right now. And that ain't Google Earth. That ain't how it works. They
I
just see
I,
the picture.
I just think that's the part of Google Earth that we're allowed to use.
Oh yeah, that can be it. You know, that can be it. But they can tap into any cameras. You know, they won't need
That's it.
everybody to put these little doorbell ring cameras on there. They ain't got nothing out here that can look at everybody live
Okay, well,
that
guess
I know
what?
about. That they
Okay,
flying
guess what?
around.
Your iPhone takes a picture of you every 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying? When you pick your phone
iPhone.
up,
What?
yeah, your iPhone takes a picture of you every 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
When it, like, guess what? You don't have to open your iPhone because the iPhone takes a picture and when it's off, it takes a picture of your face and cuts on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I pick your phone up, your phone might not cut on. But if I pick my phone up, then it'll cut on. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying. But you also got to remember these TVs. These TVs are monitors. You can look inside of any TV. It's TV in everybody's room, so you can always monitor anybody in any house at any time.
Yeah. But
Well, I
when
mean,
people gotta understand is that it's like a kid in the room. Siri and all this stuff is like kid in the room. Like if you don't ask them to go get you something, sometimes parents forget they there. They get to cussing and talking, and they think kids ain't listening. You remember? I remember being a kid, and you just sitting there watching TV or something, and adults having an adult conversation. They might forget you there, and I think that's what it is with Google and all that. They assume it only work when you ask, "Hey Siri, can you do this?" But when you're not asking Siri, they sitting there like a kid, just listening into everything, waiting for you to say, "Hey Siri." That's how it's there to respond. If it ain't listening, how would it know to respond? So
well,
what
people
was
don't read the
you about to
terms
say,
and
Trey?
conditions on anything.
See,
Like,
I went to school for telecommunications. You know what I'm saying,
okay,
and remember Marley. Remember, me and you was together damn near daily in 2004 when all this COVID shit happened. And the number one thing I kept on saying was what? Marley, there's no such thing as no fucking COVID. What everybody's dying from is radiation. Everybody's dying. Radiation is like a microwave. It kills from the inside out. So why is everybody dying from all these congestion problems? There's nothing in the air that's gonna fuck your congestion up. And then everybody be fucking dying if it was in the fucking air. If only one motherfucker had, then everybody be fucking dying.
right.
The only ones who was dying was the ones who was the closest to these towers. And then my question
The
is
five
this,
Gs.
right? Yeah,
Deep tower.
it's radiation. That's all it is radiation. On a major level. On a major level, we like I said, they popcorning us. They popcorning us. Since this COVID shit hit, everybody has congestion problems. Everybody has headaches and all this. Everybody like all these ailments that wasn't really bothering people are really starting to bother people more now.
Yeah.
You've never I've never heard so many people complain about their body hurting at a young age. You're not old enough for your fucking body to be hurting. Oh well.
Well, everybody I know that I hear that from personally be sitting on their ass. So if you exercise, get out a little bit. That doesn't fix everything, but the people that I hear a lot of common shit from, and then I ask them, or I can observe what they do on the regular, like when I'm around them, it speaks for the outcome. You know, some
Just like
things are out of your control. I'm not insensitive towards nobody's health, but some things are, be really be felt like, they might not be aware, but it's, yeah, a lot of
this
shit
is
be.
what made me so more upset about the whole COVID incident was you go from telling us, oh, it's a brand new disease and it's killing everybody, you know what I'm saying, and it's spread across the world, right? And I'm like, what's one thing that's
all across the world. Towers. What are they putting up all everywhere across the world? Towers.
Mhm.
Why are they telling us don't come out? We got we have a curfew at 10 o'clock at night. Or, I mean 8 o'clock at night. But then when I come outside, it ain't nothing but Pepco trucks
Yeah,
everywhere. Five
let them
Pepco trucks
fly.
every 3 blocks. So now I'm asking the question: though, what the fuck is y'all? What the fuck is y'all putting on these wires and all this shit that's causing everybody to be fucked up?
Mhm.
It's something that y'all are putting in every community. Every
Yeah.
fucking community y'all are putting. Oh, and this is the shit that had me so very upset because they killed this little bullshit, whatever the fuck they call this shit. And like I said, I need y'all to get that book, Beyond Behold a Pale Horse, because it tells y'all about this COVID shit. And the book was wrote in 1983, and it tells you about this COVID shit.
Mhm.
It tells you about the AIDS. Like I forgot who I was talking to this morning, but I said, do y'all notice the pattern? White people, these white CEOs, for some reason, hey, you got these out of country people running up on them, shooting them, killing them, whatever. Now you got all the black actors that's drowning. Either the black actors or the movie stars, whatever. Either they going to drown, either they drown, or they have a
Hold
stroke.
on real quick. You got somebody slide through here. Hey, whatever like that. No, it's the man with the master plan. David Funny Man Green.
What's up? What's up?
Boy, you look like you off today.
Boys and girls,
You like you ain't doing
the
shit
funniest
today,
man in the
boy.
world.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, though, bro?
Funny man.
What's up?
David Green.
Funny man. What's up, bro?
David Green.
Yeah, but you can keep going on the conversation. You ain't
Came
gotta
in
stop.
this motherfucker like
You ain't gotta stop.
Debo.
We keep the conversation, bro.
No, I want to see how his day was going, man.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. That's what's up.
You see, my man on the call, he popping
Yeah,
in, he
you
doing push ups. Man, ready. He getting back on the field day.
And no.
You on here now, boy?
Yeah, that's cool though. But nah, you right. That 5G shit been playing a part. But when they was putting it out, people was talking about it. People ignored them. That jab was crazy, but when people was talking about it and telling them not to take it, them people was crazy. You know, so it's just starting to see that there's been a trend for a long time. Back in the day when people were saying we don't need to immigrate and do all this stuff, people was considered crazy. You know, then later on they pay for it. So it's like everything that people be trying to avoid, it be not enough of them fighting for, and people go against them. Then later on, they say, "Oh, damn, we messed up." It's
Right.
damn, we messed up. It's like when we gonna start listening to the youth? Because it seems like it's always the kids, because they just tapping in, they can see more than we can see at that young age, and they got that energy to fight against it. But we'd go against them and say, "You don't know what you're talking about." But then when you think about who started the Black Panther Party and how young Martin Luther King and them was when they was getting started, it's like they was young, they was kids, they was allowed to be great. So it's like when we allow these young 19-year-old, 20-year-olds to be great and support them and get behind them so we can actually get things done. But instead, it's this division thing. Now you don't know what you're talking about. I've been voting for 30 years. Yeah, you've been voting wrong. You know, like,
Yeah.
y'all don't understand what we did to vote. You don't know how many people died so you can have the chance to vote. It's like you don't know how many people just back then decided not to vote. And you read a lot of old stories, it was people fighting against it back then. They was like, nah, we're not trying to get with their system. So now that we hear and people complaining about it, it's like, we gonna listen this time. We're gonna actually come down and talk to each other. Whites and blacks, Spanish, all that, everybody at the lower pole. It's the rich versus the poor. Is the poor actually gonna come together, or they gonna keep using these techniques like Walmart, and then they come out with a shirt to divide the people? Now you got people online just talking about that dumbass shirt. Oh, it's a Nazi joint, but that's what they do to keep us divided, because they know they ain't got to deal with us down here at the bottom. At the top, they black, white, Spanish, and all that. Chinese, they working together, Asians, but we for some reason at the bottom think we got to be in this rat race. That's why they say, "What's your race?" Cause they got us in the rat race. At the top, they working together, man. We got to
I
get
like
out there.
I like that, Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like that. Cause like I said, it's at the end of the day, man. Like it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome knowing that there's a whole fucking game going on, and people of our livelihood, they don't want to see. They don't want to see past nothing but monetary gains and shit that ain't gonna get them nowhere in life. I'm saying you to try and sit down and have the conversation that we have on a daily basis with some of these youngins would be worthless. Be worthless. The majority of them ain't gonna know half of the words we saying. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them don't care what's going on in the world because they don't know nothing but their own block.
Mm.
But at the same time, I'll say this, and I will apologize to every youngin on the face of this planet. When this COVID shit hit, them youngins got left for dead.
Yeah.
They got left for dead. They had the COVID was the worst time of some of these children's lives because they were locked in houses with predators and abusers and everything you could think about in the sun. And then they had a school system that put them on a computer for them to sit in front of a fucking computer 8 hours a fucking day, thinking they're gonna learn something.
Mm.
You tell us that we have to put a virus in our body and then take the antidote. But this virus could possibly kill you. But if you don't take this antidote for this virus that we're going to put in you, you can't work. I've
Yeah.
never seen such a bullying tactic as long as I've been alive. And then this is how we make things better. Oh, society is mad about this shot. So let's just give them some money and they'll shut the fuck up, go buy some stupid shit they don't need, and we ain't gotta worry about them again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every day it's the same shit. The people with money don't want the people without money to have money. And
Mm-hmm.
the people who don't have money, the little bit money they have, they think it's the fucking world. So they tend to curry the people or drag the people that's around them like they're so much better. You in the same fucking crab burrow as everybody else. Just cause you at the top don't mean you gonna get the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, but people are fine with being in the barrel as long as they the stepping where they at is fine. I mean, like it's solid for them. People are it's not even about the barrel anymore because people know that they in the barrel and they still when you know that you're in the barrel or you know you a crab in the first place, like you identify what's actually going on, that's supposed to change the mindset of the people that can identify that there is like an agenda behind that crab in the barrel mentality. So if people are still digging and scratching, trying to be better than the next person, they're not gaining anything
It's
when
a it's a
by being
ma-
woken up to the fact that there is a barrel in the first place to climb out of.
it's a major identity problem out here in society.
Mhm.
That's our biggest problem in society is identity. And going back to what Marley said about Martin Luther King, see, we got to remember one thing, and that is, first of all, we're not disliked. We're not disliked. We're hated. We're hated by all creeds. We are hated by all creeds. We even hated by our own.
Yeah,
Martin
I
Luther
was about to
King.
say that.
Martin Luther King. And I know a lot of people want to feel some type of way about this, but Martin Luther King was a pawn. Martin Luther King was a wife beater. Martin Luther King was an alcoholic. Martin Luther King went to jail several times. Martin Luther King
Hmm.
had a following, though. He had a following. So guess
Yeah,
what? He's the one who said, I have a dream. See, Martin Luther King was not with, let's not getting to these people's shit. He was with, hey, let's invite these people over and we all gonna live together. That
Mm-hmm.
American dream. We're gonna live this fantasy life. We're gonna live happily ever after. He was a pawn. He was a pawn to deliver this message that it's gonna be. Hey, guess what? You motherfuckers ain't got shit. You ain't got a pot to piss in, a winner to throw out, and nobody to fall on. But guess what? We're gonna preach this peace shit to you. Peace ain't. Guess what? We lost every fucking thing we done had in life through peace.
Yeah.
Through somebody saying, "Hey, you're gonna. Hey, it's gonna be peaceful if you do it like this." Just like Trump and then went over there to Africa and said, "Hey, we want to bring the alphabets over here," and they say, "Guess what? You keep that nasty shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
You keep that nasty shit over there." The only reason why these countries are even funding Africa right now is because Africa has mountains, mountains of the shit for these fucking iPhones. They have mountains of that shit. They have mountains of that shit. And guess what? It only takes a fingertip to make one of these iPhones from this material that they get. It only takes a fucking fingertip. And they cannot explain the material they're getting because the material, while it looks flat, it has over 100 layers. This one piece, is put into this computer, put into this phone, and it makes this phone operate the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's some type of
What's up, Damien?
ancient molecule or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying it's an ancient molecule that basically the historians back in the day, back in BC and all that, this is what they was using. Computers are not new. Phones are not new. Watches
Mm-hmm.
are not new. They just make it like it's new because hey, if we said that people back before Jesus Christ had watches, hey, then that means we didn't make a motherfucking thing. So
Mm-hmm.
if they erase that and then they say, hey, no, we made watches in 1951. I don't know nothing about history, so I guess the watch was made in 1951.
Yeah, but when I look at hieroglyphics, I look at the inside of tombs. When I look at things that are carved into stuff that will be it's stuff that's built that we can't explain, and I'm already seeing evidence of those technologies. I know that existed way before time. I mean, if for us to even have a building, for things to have transpired before today's time, and we're saying we lost the technology to be able to do the same things already done, or we can't explain why the pyramids were built. If we're lacking knowledge on those basic things, something that still exists, then I don't need the for people external to try to explain too much to me, because it's a lot that we can't fill in the gaps for. You
It's
know,
it's not already inside your brain. It's already inside your brain. This is this is this is this is it's inside your brain.
What's digging?
This is what this is the biggest secret. The biggest secret is your memory. When you go and you investigate these places, parts of your memory come back about these places. See, they don't want us in these places because these places have energies that bring all our energies back to where it was. These are places that, like I said, you as soon as you walk on the grounds, you start to feel certain kinds of ways and all that.
do you have any elements in your house that assist with that
Yeah.
before you get to that body of land?
The
If you don't know
darkest
what
room, the,
what the
the
elements
dark
that
the darkest room in your house, the darkest room in your house, sit down and be by yourself and open your eyes, and a lot will be told to you. But you gotta be mentally away from this earth. And I just gave you a way for you to connect to a lot of shit.
well, I
Listen,
came out
listen
of the
to what
dark,
you,
so I understand.
and
I
that's where the
understand.
information is at. No, 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 no. See, no, that's very
No,
important.
I'm listening to you. I understand.
The answers to a lot of our problems, a lot of things that we ask about the past and all that, you find a closet. You go in the closet, you make it pitch black. You sit in that closet and you be one with yourself and you ask questions. And I promise you, everything that you're asking, the truth is gonna come to you. You may not believe it, you may not believe it, but the truth is gonna come to you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
The
It's time
isolation
for
does bring clarity. You're right.
yeah. And
You're
it's
right.
like, see, and like let's ask this question. Why is it pyramids in the Grand Canyon that we can't go to? We from the
Well,
United States.
they're all over our soil, but a lot of
Right.
the stuff is concealed. A lot of the shit you just think is a mountain now. A lot of the stuff is right in front of us. We just some just don't know that it's there because we have 'em we have pyramids all over America.
You got
You know,
pyramids in Washington, D.C.
that's what I'm saying. But we have pyramids all over America. You know,
You have a
all these building symbols and everything. Some of the architecture we can't recreate. The dimensions behind the math behind angles and all of the little things you learn in school is a part of why buildings were even built the way they are and the shapes and the intricate designs and all that shit. There's mathematics behind that. Even there's math behind how the pyramid is, you know, if you
Now, I
know
want
anything
you to know
about
this.
angles and math and shit like that, but it's
I,
power
I,
all
I
day.
want
All
you to
the
know this.
evidence is right here,
No, no, I
for the
want you to
most
know
part.
something. I want you to know something. And I'm gonna say this to everybody. Mm. That's bullshit that you can't do anything. That's bullshit. It's bullshit
Hmm.
about technology being lost and all that. How you gonna lose something you already have? It's impossible.
Hmm.
How can I if you had the mindset or the brain power to create this, how the fuck can you lose it? No, I just go to the originator. I don't go to the recreator. I go to the originator. If the originator is not there, you know what I'm saying, then okay, I will have to go to the procreator. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you can find out information. You know what I'm saying? If you go through certain people or certain avenues, there's ways you can find out anything you want to know. But it's like I said, I think I think the world is waking up to the fact that black people or colored people or complexion people, however you want to do it, are the true gods, and they keep us away from all these sanctuary places for us not to get our memory back and for us not to receive our proper energies. We have so many places around the earth that have these properties and these energies, but it's kind of funny that the military bases ain't built on, the government is built on the other ones.
When you said something about properties and energies, that's why I asked you if you had any elements in your house that assist with some of the things that you're talking about, whether it be mental
The,
clarity,
the,
whether it be,
the, the
you
new,
know.
the new, the new, the new, the new, the way that houses have been built is you have a lot of copper. You have a lot of copper. You have a lot of your foundation has to be steel, cement, and all that. These are things that stops the energies from coming inside of a house. That's why it's so easy for an evil entity to get into your house. There's no energies for you to ready to fight off other
There
than
is
your word.
there is nothing that you can't repel on this earth that you aren't already given. Whether somebody
No, no, no. You
rewards
hear what I
that to
said?
God or whatever, there's nothing that you can't repel. You know,
No, no, no,
there's
no. You didn't hear what I said. The strongest thing, the strongest thing in this world is the word. Remember, before anything, there was the word, right? Which lets you know the power of your words. If words created this world, if God's words create this world, right? And you're a child of God, why aren't your words just as strong as His? You are a child of God, right? You're made in the likeness of your father or your mother,
Mhm.
because you had to have a mother and a father. And
Right,
I think it's very crazy that the Bible doesn't speak about God's wife.
right,
Like history does not make it known that behind every powerful man is a powerful woman.
right.
Ain't no ain't nobody becoming these billionaires, trillionaires. They're not becoming this shit by themselves. It takes a team. It takes a team for these people to get together. And me saying that, I'm saying like this. I honestly have an idea, and like I said, I really want and Marley, if this is a part of Marley's idea. Marley came up with this idea over 2 years ago, but didn't really. It was an idea, but I don't know if he forgot. I don't know if he just wanted the time. Marley, do you remember the poll you was talking about? I mean, not the poll, the pool. Remember the pool you was talking about? Was Marley there?
Molly has stepped away from the microphone for a moment.
Oh, okay.
He,
Well,
you know,
the
he
pool,
ran
the
doing
pool, the
something real quick.
pool would be like the pool would be like this. We would take 8 to 10 people, or how many people we have. No matter how many people we have, we would take and we would put up at least $20 to $30. You know what I'm saying, into account every 5 days. Everybody take $20 or $30 and you put into account every 5 days, right? Everybody, the account will be for everybody to come up with a plan, and one by one we invest into that plan, and we become several entities into one. We become our own think tank. So we're not asking nobody to help us to do anything. We're going to create our own shit. You want a business? Then we can all collectively look into what we have to do to help this individual get a business. Okay, you want to do mental health? Then we all collectively look into what has to be done to help this person, get to mental health. Whatever you're trying to do, we can come together as a think tank and help each other out. You know what I'm saying? That way, you're not going through nothing today. You're not going through nothing today. You're not going. We're all going through it. We're all
Let me
going to
read
figure out
a
whatever
comment
problem
real
it is.
quick about it was spinning off of what you was talking about Jesus' wife. I didn't read the whole thing yet, but it says Mary Magdalene was Jesus' wife, and she was the one that cried on his feet and washed his feet with her tears. And he told the Pharisees, "Any of you who have not sinned, cast the next stone." I'm sorry, Pharisees. Any of you who have not sinned, cast the next stone. That's a protector. That's a husband, and that's his wife. Okay.
Right.
Thank you for the comment, Damien. Okay.
No, it's like I said, it's history has, and we see it today. History has promoted male dominance and fuck the female.
Mm,
And like I said, and I use this as a personal example. If it wasn't for the fact that I have some very beautiful, strong women in my life, you know what I'm saying, I possibly wouldn't be here. I possibly
right.
wouldn't be here because it's been times that I've been at my lowest chakra and was ready to say fuck it. Like I said, I've put myself in situations so I could get dogged. I ain't gonna dog myself, but I put myself in a situation. Okay, it is what it is. I'm happy, but at the same time, my selfishness. That's when I recognized that I had a selfishness problem, and the problem was there's no problem that I had that I can't find somebody to talk to and get some type of understanding.
Right.
And like I said, sometimes you got to recognize that your environment may be the biggest thing that's your destruction. Why you think people love, and if you're an individual that you look for love, then I don't recommend you be around a lot of people, because when you're around a lot of people, you get so many different energies that it tends to fuck with your mental. Because one person can say they don't like you, and that'll fuck your whole night up. One
Hmm.
person. One person saying they don't like you will fuck your whole night up. Not that you really even give a fuck, but it's still, why would they say that? So now somebody playing free in your brain. Like I said,
Yeah.
I honestly want to, like I said, we talk about helping each other and building each other up. Well, let's put our brains together and let's start building some shit together. Because if we start with ourselves as an example, more people will be prone to jump in and, yeah, want to do better. It's about us doing better. It ain't about us being content. It's about us moving forward and like escalating. All that
Hmm.
going back there. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every day ain't a good day for everybody. So sometimes an individual may need to come on here and speak about their mental health.
Yeah.
Because we all struggle with mental health at times.
Yeah,
The smallest thing that somebody say can help the next individual day be a whole lot better.
that's so right though.
Mm.
That's so right.
Everybody got their trials and tribulations, different characters, but majority of the time it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
I like to say, I get on I get on y'all podcast because I'm an individual. Like I know I'm not the greatest person in the world. I done had a fucked up life and all that. But if I can share some of the shit that I done been through, then hopefully a lot of people won't go through the shit I've been through, and we can all come together and like we can achieve some shit together. Because
Hmm.
it's crazy. You got all these programs out here, and the programs are nothing but about rhetoric. It's about a
Mm.
bunch of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying, like I have my own home improvement company, right? I'm on some. Let's go find a house. Let's get the paperwork for this house. You know what I'm saying, and let's do this house, and let's have somewhere where people struggling can come to, and they can find somebody to talk to that's gonna give them some real information. You know what I'm saying. I don't want nobody that's been in the textbook for the last 10 years to tell me what the fuck I'm going through. I want
Right.
somebody that's going through or has been going through what I'm going through. I want somebody that like the jury pool. The people that I'm looking for will be a jury pool of people of my peers that's going through the
Hmm.
same shit as me. Not no people that, hey, I'm a lawyer, but I live in your neighborhood. You ain't no jury. You ain't no motherfucker my peers. We ain't never had no fucking conversation. A peer is somebody you have a conversation with. Someone that can basically touch bases with you on what you're going through. If we can get more people out here to talk to these youngers, these middle agers, and these older people, if we can get some people out here that can honestly go to them and talk to them about what they're really going through, they won't be going through what they're going through no more.
Well, I keep asking everybody, when's the meeting? When is a
They
meeting going to be put to a date?
and
You
then
know, every
another
time
thing
we have
is
this conversation on this platform, I love seeing different energies on here. So I would want everybody to feel like they coming across this platform with the ability to speak their piece and speak on some real stuff. I love the differences in energy, different opinions. People that will stand 10 toes down on what it is that they believe in, or or what's on their mind. I love this variety, but I keep asking everybody, okay, well, when's the meeting? When will the first meeting be? Because it's easy to talk this shit, and I'm not saying speaking on nobody's timeline because I don't know what effective movements anybody made on here other than like Molly or myself or whatever personally. But you know, at the same time, I keep asking everybody when's the meeting, and um I how can I say it? There's a lot of potential in a lot, but I noticed that people don't really tend to not really want the things that they say. Whether it's a movement for themselves, whether it's a movement for other people, it seems like people don't tend to really want when it come down to it. Because I'm one of the people that I usually have the skills, have some knowledge to speak on when it comes to like making some movements or some change with that. And I'm speaking from younger person to older people that got a little time on me. Um, People don't really be about that shit, you know. When they really get down to the actual putting in work, bringing out a notepad, writing down our first steps, that's when it always halts for everyone that I see um, mentioning things. So that's why, like these type of I love all these type of conversations, but I pull back until I see somebody pulling out something to write down and retain something so we can get back to it. Because what I see, what I hear is a lot of good intention, but what I see is a lot of like a washing machine talk. It just keep. So I want to know when's the first meeting. That's what I want to know. A
the
time that
meeting.
everybody can get together and really discuss who can do what or how, what the mission is. Because we're never going to get it if we always talking about it, you know. I'm looking for older. I've been looking my whole life mostly for older folks that can be of influence, but most of them ain't got no more drive than I do for certain things, you know. So
Uh, so let this since we're all right here. See, okay. So what we can do is we can honestly do the same format, but let's pick a day that we speak on mental health.
Well, I know you can. We can have any Wednesday for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like and I don't even want to be limited. So I want to add any idea and put it in on the calendar. I'm talking about the change that we speaking on. These are some steps that get us there, but we already have days that we can utilize, like Wednesdays, to really get into that mental health and really get into the subject on a real tip, not the lighthearted shit, not the surface level, but we can
Right.
really get deep on that. If that's what you want to do. But I'm talking about the real movements, the shit that everybody complain about with shit being tight, resources, all that type of stuff. I want to know when's the meeting for that.
Okay. Now we can have that whenever, but everybody has to have an idea with some foundation. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah,
that
but I ran
the
into situations where, as a younger person speaking to people that have an entity or say they do, or have a drive and say they have, there's a drive behind what they're speaking on. Not highlighting anybody specific, but I'm not gonna keep being the one with all the answers, leg work and shadow work when it comes to actually making it happen. So it's made me a quieter person when it comes to sharing ideas and stuff. Because I hear more talk and then I see movement and steps for the most part. So that's why I just
okay.
stay back.
Well,
Hey, shout out David said what's up to you. I mean,
okay.
David,
Well,
shout out said what's up to you.
how
Hey,
about
what's
how
up?
about my bad? What's up, big guy? Uh, how about we I mean, we right now we can sit back and we can say, all right, next Friday we're gonna have a meeting somewhere, and the meeting will be based on our first project, and we can just all come together and figure out what that first project will be. And
Right.
everybody's given a role because, like I said, it's not no big I, big you. Everybody's equal. So that would mean if you give an idea, you got to be open to the critiquing of that idea,
Yeah.
so we can make things happen. Like I said,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's we have the format that we need to build anything. We can get in contact with each other like just like this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As far as pen, paper, and all that, I don't mind. I can write real good. I can spell real good and all that. It's like I said, it's I just me
Let me read.
myself.
Not cutting you off. I want to read this
I don't know
comment as it
what.
popped up. Since COVID, we've been conditioned to be one of. I'm sorry. Since COVID, we have been conditioned to be one of these types of platforms. The real work happens on the damn street. Just saying, drop the mic. Yeah, that's pretty. That's what I'm saying.
That's no, but no. See, you only thing this format is giving us is a chance that since we're not all in the same area, we can communicate through this. You know what I'm saying we'll
But
find a way. It's just us coming up with an idea and going from that point. Of course, the footwork has to be done in the streets. Yeah, the
well,
footwork definitely has to be done in the streets.
I've
And
seen this year, and I'll be a part of certain equations. I've myself been involved in major travel, not even major, but for the most part, for it to have been the beginning of certain movements that I see visually, I went out of my way for things that was considered to be entertainment before anybody's asked me to go out my way for anything that was solid personally. So, I've seen the leaps and bounds people are willing to go for other things in this circle right here, and not for anything that's actually pushing something forward. So I mean, I hear that, I hear you, but
I mean, this is
you
the
know,
first time I mean, I don't know the history of all the conversations or projects that y'all may have wanted to be on. You know what I'm saying? I can only give you my energy. I can only give you my energy. And my energy is like I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind doing the footwork. I have time. I work for myself. I have time to do footwork and make some shit happen. If I gotta go here and get paperwork to do this and do that, I don't have a problem with it. I've been doing it before. You know what I'm saying?
no, everybody has a clean slate. Don't get me wrong. So
I,
when I
I,
come across somebody new, new word to me as yourself, for instance. Everybody gets a clean slate, so I would never take what I've seen. I don't care if I've seen 500 people do the same thing. You're gonna get your clean slate because I'm just running into you and just getting a chance to interact and peep what you even what's typically on your mind. So from what I'm even learning in the first place in the conversations you have, I know certain things can happen because your mind is even there to bring it up. So it's not about that. Everyone gets a clean slate.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Everybody gets a free, chance to be themselves 100% and show and display who they are.
Okay,
know.
well, I know what our first project can be. I know what our first project gonna be.
Okay.
We're gonna cook and serve Thanksgiving dinner to one of these blocks, corners, whatever.
Not a problem. When is the first?
That's the
When can we call for the first meeting and talk about it? I have no
uh,
problem. I know people that behind me that will help me assist. Help assist me with
I'm
that.
I'm available all day. So y'all can everybody can have my telephone number. Y'all can all put my number in y'all phone right now. Y'all want to call, talk about something. Man, you going through something. I'm always here and I'm always gonna answer the phone. At the end of the day, my name is Uncle E and I carry that name with pride.
Yeah, yeah. Every should carry their name with pride. It's a gesture that shows respect and stuff. Anyway, for people to refer to you as that, so that makes sense.
And don't get it twisted. I know how to cook real good. Like we can meet up whenever y'all want, and all we gotta do is get the material, and we can make it happen.
It can happen.
I don't.
It can
I'm
happen.
not. I'm not beefing with nobody. I have no problem with nobody on this face of this earth. We can go to any block you want. We can go to several blocks. I just
Mhm.
want to go out and I just want to make it where as though it's gonna be rough for a whole lot of people this year. The churches are giving out chicken, turkeys. Like we can just cook like about 5 or 10. Man, we can all get a turkey and cook that shit. And just like I said, we just go to these blocks and we feed these people, man. Because it's gonna be cold and man, like it's gonna be a lot of hungry people, dog.
Well, I got
Me,
two
me,
sources of transportation when it comes to really getting something effective done. Not
yeah.
the little shit, because the people that be around me are serious about them little movements they make, so they ain't helping with. No, they ain't worried about helping with no silly shit. But if I put the word out there that I'm trying to make a move happen, then they will definitely get me to wherever I need to be to make that happen. So,
I can sit down. I can write down. I can put a whole little program together for it. I can like. I don't like I said. This is something that I love doing because like I'm a Gemini, so I love any kind of project, anything that I can do that's going to help the next person. I'm really with. I'm really with. And another thing is, see, this would be a kickstart off to us really helping the communities we really in. This would be a kickstart because if once you feed an individual, then we'll be able to communicate with these people and find out what's really going on. Because
mhm.
for real, a lot of people that's on the streets, they just need some backing. They'll follow the line if they got some backing and some help. That's all they need. These fake ass organizations, they come talk to you. All right, you need anything? Here's $15 gift card, and you don't. They don't talk to you for the next 3 months.
Mm.
But they getting paid every month to write a report and say, "Oh, I ain't seen this person. I ain't seen that person." No, you ain't seen them because you don't want to go see them. The people don't have money to get to where they got to go for mental health. They don't get checkups out here. It's a lot of things that these people need, but nobody's out here helping them. And definitely not just feeding the motherfuckers nothing. Just giving somebody food after motherfucking school is nothing. You're not communicating, trying to figure out what's going on with these kids, with these older individuals. You gotta have conversations in order to help people. But you gotta make sure that you have that route to do that. Like I said, I done been through hell and back. It's been plenty of days I wish I had somebody I could talk to. But at the end of the day, I didn't. And I had to deal with it myself. So before I found somebody else in that situation, I don't give a damn what you want to talk about. Let's talk. If it's going to make your day better, let's talk. If you're going through something, let's talk. If you just need, if you ain't even got to say it's you going through some shit. Because guess what? I done been through just about every fucking thing you can think of. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for me to try and give you some type of understanding would be a gift. That's the gift that God gave to me, and I'm trying to give it to anybody else. The gift of understanding and knowing that, man, like, guess what? You ain't at the end of your road. You at the beginning. Every decision you make, you making a different race to go forward. Some people are just stagnated because, like I said, they're going through so much shit. They medicate with drugs all day just so they can get that shit off their mind. They don't care about the situation that's going on around them. They don't care how hot it is on the streets. Cause guess what? Don't nobody give a fuck about me anyway. So why the fuck would somebody give a fuck if I'm laying in the streets? I ain't got nobody. I'm living in the fucking shelter. I got family, but my family don't fuck with me.
Right.
We like see, it's a matter of if they don't have a family, let's make them family. Because
Right.
guess what? The individual with family will build confidence up. And if they build their confidence up, then guess what? They're gonna get the fuck up, they're gonna go wash. And everybody tell you, I got people that I go drop clothes off. I go sit down, I talk to them. Like I know y'all going through something, man. Man, you don't mind, man. Smoke whatever the fuck you want to smoke. I'm here because you going through something, son. Smoke what the fuck. I don't give a fuck. Look, that's your drug of choice, not mine. Do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
dog. I don't pass judgment on nobody because guess what? And Marley said this the other day. Nigga, I smoke weed 90 going north. I'm no different than this goddamn crackhead other than my choices are different. I'm no different than this damn dope fiend. My choices are just different. I'm no better than this nigga. I'm no better than him. I don't my life ain't even better than his. We live the same fucking equal life. We in the same fucking area. I go through same trials and tribulations you go through. You know what I'm saying? There's no difference. So why would I look down on you because you have a abuse problem? I'm no better
Yeah.
than you. What you just like I pull up to the gas station, do can I pump your gas? Fuck no, you can't pump my gas, but here's $1 because you had the idea that you wanted to help me.
Mm.
So now that you want to help me, I want to help you. And it's the same way.
Damien said, "Preach, brother, preach." He said, "That's some
Nah,
good shit right there." One of the commenters was talking about what you talking about.
I'm just an individual, like I said. The whole world is not gonna be good. The whole world's not gonna be good. But I promise you, if you turn some of the individuals that's having a fucked up life right now, if you turn them in the right direction and you walk with them, you'll be surprised of the angels that they really are. They just trapped. They just trapped. We can help a lot of people, especially the individuals who've been in jail. Like everybody is prone to death. That's crazy. Like death is normal to us. It shouldn't be, but it's normal to us. Oh, he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, he got. But we have the power to stop a lot of individuals from keep putting themselves in situations. You know what I'm saying? We all have a following, whether you want to believe it or not. We all have a big following. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, we got to take some of these individuals that's following us and we got to make them examples. Show individuals, okay, look, if you follow me, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get you on your shit. I'm going to have you clean. I'm going to have you with a job. I'm going to have you looking for housing. That's how you help your community. These social workers, the smoke, they look, this the shit pissing me off. Guess what? These people with mental health issues, all the social worker has to do is go find them housing and then sign a piece of paper and give it to the psychiatrist or psychologist. And guess what? They have housing. But DC does
Get him
not
on the
do that.
phone.
It's a whole
I
hustle.
can hear you now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And DC is a whole hustle. They don't do that. DC is they don't want their homeless to be in houses. Not when I can have somebody with a job paying for this house. You
Mm.
understand? That's why Trump is saying like this. You've been in this goddamn house 20 years. You pay $16 a fucking month and you back up in rent. Why the fuck are you in this house? Let somebody else who needs this fucking house, let them go in there and pay the fucking rent. $16. We gotta put what's important in front of us and stop putting what's important
What up,
behind
Ronnie
us.
Don?
Go ahead, I didn't say it too
Mm-hmm.
much.
What's
Y'all
up,
go ahead.
Ronald?
Nah, you good. I've been trying to get in. I know my mic ain't working on the laptop, so I
Mm-hmm.
I had
came over on my phone.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't working.
I don't
Every
know.
time you
We
popped
just
in, I ain't hear nothing. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, we just did a turkey drive, about 2 days ago. Me, Hakeem, my boy Terrence, and his program. I'm gonna post the videos. I think King post some pictures, but we had plenty of meetings. We got a meeting every Monday. My boy Eagle at Ben's Chili Bowl with the owners of today's chili. Ben's Chili Bowl. Then we got a meeting every Wednesday with the team, with the sports, with the podcast. So just depend on the teams y'all on. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
look at it. I'm in plenty of meetings. Half of these people don't even know each other. I just been trying to find a way to bridge everybody together so it can make things a lot easier. But I just think it still come on us, as the individual. It's like I can sit back and just wait on somebody else to do something, or I can call people and say, "Look, this what we doing." So you got people that's leaders, and you got people that's waiting to follow. It don't matter which one it is. It just matters that you're around a circle of people that's willing to do some good, and
Mhm.
that's what it been for me. So that's not my reality, and that's why I
Mhm.
be telling Unc I'm trying to get more of us to do different things. Like if Trey want to start a business and he come to us and it's 20 of us, hey, this what Trey trying to do. We all put up
Mhm.
$20 to at least start to get him his paperwork, whatever he need, whatever equipment he
Mhm.
need. Once he gets started, he can start hiring these young kids or people in our program. That's a
Mhm.
job outlet he can go to. So, and it build on from there, whatever the next person doing, and the next person. And that's what, most of these people been doing their own individual thing. Like eating them, they throw parties, they throw events and things
Mhm.
like that. So I'm still supported, but it's about 20 of them in different one that come together and throw one big event. And that's how you see it on any network we see. You can watch the NFL game, the Super Bowl, Boston. You see all this advertisement. That's big companies coming together to throw one big event. But you got a lot of people here, they get in this competition thing. That's what they doing. We gonna do it better. We gonna know. These big companies be like, look, what we need to do to come together to throw this big event. We need to get Beyonce. This gonna cause this, and let's get Taylor Swift. It's gonna cause that. So all that's gonna put our money together. We gonna reach out to Coke, Sprite, and see who else. So I just look like that's it. You get around some people that's willing to put in that grind, or you got an idea. Shit, bring it to some people, and you never know who get behind and be like, shit. Now I'm in. Ron and Don, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna send them. And we about to get off in like 15 minutes, Ron.
Mhm. Thank you for that reaction on the morning page, though, Ronald. I just seen that pop up. I love that, Molly.
Yeah,
Reminds me
man.
of that
Tomorrow
song
freaking
"Bridge Over
fast.
Troubled Water." A couple white dudes, but the song makes sense. Don't it? True. Yeah, I think that y'all was saying some some
Yeah.
solid
I,
shit today for real.
I was giving you your roses, Marley, but your mic was out.
Yeah.
It went out again.
No,
Did it, Marley?
I think it's I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
tell. It seems
I
like it's
called
been going
myself.
out
Yeah,
today. He
yeah.
been
I called
tapping in,
myself.
trying to tap back into the joint, but I haven't been hearing him a lot, you know. But
I,
shoot, I think it was good dialogue and stuff today. Good conversation. I just want stuff to go somewhere. If not, I mean,
look,
I don't know.
like I said, I don't mind investing money into like showing people like what I'm really about. I don't mind
Mm-hmm.
investing my own money. I'm saying, like I said, I'm. This is something that I'm going to do regardless. I'm
Right.
going to do it whether I got to do it by my damn self. Like I said, I cook for families every year anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I cook Thanksgiving for the families. I don't mind. I love cooking. I'm not gonna eat all that shit anyway. I don't eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is like I just want to see somebody else have a good day. It's all right to see somebody else have a good day. And that's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, like we can always get together as far as like support as far as like how we gonna get out, like where we gonna go, what we going, what's gonna be our main theme and all that. If we gonna have entertainment, like it's one would think it's a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot, but it's really not. As
No,
long
it's
as you,
not.
no, yeah, I'm about to write it down and PowerPoint it. You know what I'm saying? And, give y'all a general idea of like my vision, because
Mm-hmm.
this would be the first time that I've been trying to do it for years, but honestly, I feel like I never had a team behind me that to help me do what I wanted to do. But now, I see that everybody's on the same page, and I can get a lot of the help and resources that I need to make my little dream go true. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's really a dream of mine. Just to go down to one of these little homeless shelters or whatever and just feed them and like let them enjoy their day. You
Mm-hmm.
know, let them enjoy their day, have conversations, laugh, smile, joke, whatever. And possibly help some of these people get out of this situation they in.
Mm-hmm.
Just like another thing I wanted to do is I want to do visits at the hospital because you have a lot of people that never be in the hospital suffering from ailments, but they don't have any visits. And I think a visit to someone brightens up their energy. It helps them want to fight for something. A lot of people go in the hospital and they, quote unquote, they think they're just so sick. Depression kills you. Depression kills you. And being by yourself, like when I got shot, I was in the hospital during COVID. So 6 months, no, 90 days, a whole 90 days, then for 3 months, while I'm going through all these surgeries, I can't have no visits. And I'm just sitting here looking at myself laying in the bed with half my leg taken off. And I'm like, damn, what did I do for nobody to want to come and see me? You know what I'm saying? And that right there sends a person to depression, a state of depression, unlike no other. Like it's ways that it's small ways that we can support the people that's out here suffering. It's small ways, but like I said, we as a team, since we're going to be a team, we got to come up with some ways that we can get out here together, man, and communicate with some of these people and try and help them, and not be on no bullshit. Like if we can help an individual, you let them know. Well, I have resources for this. I have resources for that. If I don't have resources, let me look into trying to find this out and find that out. Because guess what? You'd be surprised at how many organizations will accept us as a team if we're helping. So like I say, y'all. I mean, if
I'm
anybody would
aware
like,
of well, my situation. I'm aware of those circles, but I'm also not about to set back anybody for me to be a part. I feel like I can play my part and focus on what I can focus on, so I can actually be a contributing factor in the way I want to be. And for me, that would be my own transportation. I don't need nobody coming on this, and I'm not a part of the metro access type area where you hopping on the train or a bus or whatever to get somewhere. I'm outside of a certain zone, so I understand that I would be, in order to be a part of certain things in the physical sense, be an inconvenience. So I would say anything that I can offer, anything around that. If that circle needs my assistance, they know what I'm able to do. So
okay, well,
the
right
circles that
now,
I'm talking about, you know.
right now, this is the most important thing. This is everybody's job right now. We got to start collecting food and getting ready for this date. So that'll be everybody's. That's everybody's first. That's number one on everybody's number one agenda. So we can make this shit happen.
Mhm.
Everybody, like I don't. You can get food from everywhere. Let's
Mhm.
try and gather up enough food for the side orders. Of course, we can always go to the churches and all that trying to get turkeys. You know what I'm saying? Or people may donate turkeys once we get it out there that we're trying to feed the community in different areas. Because I don't want to just go to this part of South Feed. No, I want to go around. Let's feed some people. You know what I'm saying, let's make
Mhm.
some plates. Let's make some plates. Pull up, feed some people, play a little music, stay out there for about half an hour, 45 minutes. Let communicate with them, try and help them out or whatever, and then we go to the next spot, and then we do it until everything is gone. Do it till everything's gone. Each spot is a different turkey. So if we get 12 turkeys, that's 12 spots we hitting. Yeah, the paper plates. We gotta get paper plates. I'm like I said, if y'all give me 1 day by tomorrow when we have this discussion tomorrow, I will have a whole blueprint of everything that needs to be done and all that. And the only thing we got to do is everybody just take on a different task. But the number one task we all have is let's go to one of these food banks, what is it, the Green Door, whatever, and try and get some of this food that they're giving away. That way we can start building up on it now, and then we can have more than enough food by the time WitchCom come. And it's gonna take us 2 days. 2 days to it's gonna
Mhm.
take it. No. Depending on if everybody know how to cook turkeys?
Nah, I cook no turkey. There's anything else I can do, but I don't know how to cook no turkey.
No, cause
I
like
ain't.
I can honestly cook all the fucking turkeys. I can find a way to cook all the goddamn turkeys. You know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
you can cook two turkeys at one time. Especially all you gotta do is have the pop up turkey. Throw it in
Right.
there. You don't pull it out until it pops out. Nobody can mess that up. Everybody can put a turkey in their oven, and like I said, we all meet up or whatever we want to do, meet up, and then we start from there. We say, okay, we got our little map, and this is our route we're going to take. You know what I'm saying? This is our route we're going to take. And like I said, the object is for us to one, have some a pen and a sheet of paper. You take your individual's name down and like find out who this individual is. If everybody don't want help, the individual that want help, if you saying something good, they're gonna come up to you. Hey, they ain't gonna just say thank you. They're gonna ask you some questions. Be willing and ready to answer any kind of question. Either I can help or I can't. This is something new that we starting. But guess what? If you fucking with us, we fucking with you. We're gonna find a way for you to get shit better. You gotta give an individual a reason to want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of food. Because food ain't shit. Food ain't shit. But if you give an individual a reason to want to invest in you because you're investing in them, guess what? You'll be surprised how many people come forward. And like I said, I don't
Yeah.
have a problem. I don't have a problem with telling nobody nothing that happened in my life. Because guess what? My story may help the next person get off this crooked line and walk straight. We're gonna make this shit happen, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all
It
my
will.
energy.
It
Yeah.
absolutely will. It absolutely will.
I'm waiting for this parts for my truck. Once I get my truck done and all that, y'all, like I said, I'm going to all these little different spots. I'm gonna go uptown to Green Door. I'm going southeast to the Green Door. I'm gonna start collecting little food, canned goods, and all that.
All
Because
I can say is I'm about the mission, so my ego's removed from situations where it's a team and I'm not solo trying to do something myself. My ego's removed from the situation, so I'm not caught up behind the wrong things. If there's a mission that people put into play, then I'm all for that. I'm not. You know, some
I'm not
people
I'm
it's a
not gonna
power
let them.
thing or who's doing something better or whatever.
It's not about that because the common goal is just for us to come together and get these people right. There
Right.
can be there's no need and no big eyes and ears because guess what? Okay, not only would I get the food, anything that needs to be helped with, anything that's hey, guess what? E, I can't do this. Can you get okay? Well, let me go take care of that. All we have to do is just communicate with each other. Everybody may not be in the position to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Whether you say, "Oh, I think I could do this," okay, well, you couldn't do it. Okay, guess
Hmm.
what? We're just gonna like I said, everything that each and every individual has, we're gonna have a backup plan for.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be you just doing it. Me and you gonna do this. Okay, me and him gonna do this. Me and Marty gonna do this. We're gonna have each other. We're gonna back each other up. You know what I'm saying? Two minds are always greater than one, and I don't
The
want
only
to
thing
be
I would
so.
ask is that nobody get exhausted because people, you know, I be seeing be down for certain things, but then when I be having a whole bunch of questions about how something's gonna go or scenarios, instead of people being realistic about things having more than one outcome, people will be so stuck on the vision. Sometimes I'm not talking to anybody specific, but I'm just talking about what I witnessed this year
I,
in terms of people saying that they want to make certain moves happen. And when you know the digging part, because I'm want everything on point. So I'm gonna have a lot of
I
questions
think
about
one thing
things.
you're missing. I think it's one thing that you're missing, and I know for a fact you're missing this. We a team.
Mhm.
Look like we a team. There is
Mhm.
no you can't you saying this. No, we're a team. It's
Yeah,
together.
yeah. I would
You got an
remove
idea?
myself
No,
from
guess
it
what?
anyway if I wasn't able to.
There's no such thing. It's a bad idea. You just critique the idea. That's it. You just critique an idea. There's no such thing as a bad idea. We're just gonna sit back. If we look, that's what I love to be critiqued. I love to be critiqued because if I'm doing something, if I'm doing one thing and I can do it better, then tell me I can do it better. I don't have no hangups about nothing that somebody's telling me to help me with. I don't have
Yeah, that's
no
right.
hangups. You know what I'm saying? I don't look, guess what? I've been a boss all my life. I've been a boss all my life. Being the boss knows when something is good for the company and something is not bad. I mean something is bad. You understand? If we're all together, then that means we come together as one and make a decision. Like I said, there is no because one person don't. Okay, well let's ask him like why he has a problem with this because it may be relevant. The way that we're about to build a relationship, all of us, your thoughts and your actions and emotions are relevant. What you're going through today is relevant because guess what? You may be going through something, and we might have to say, look, we want you to chill for today because you're going through something, and until we address what you're going through, you might say something that might disrupt everything. But it's out of
Yeah.
respect. It's out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just our I'm saying our gift to society is we're thinkers. We're thinkers. We done been through some shit. We're not trying to see people go through what we've been through, and we're trying to see people do better. So all we have to do is keep that number one
I
mindset.
see your comment,
Not
Damien.
about us. Get
Let me read this. Hold on, let me read this real quick. He says, "Hey
what?
Louis, no matter what, the only thing is that's required is action, and any action
I'm
towards
baby
any
girl.
good is good.
What's my
So to
address?
question anyone who you think has an agenda, it should be a part of the team's agenda, and the people that get together and collaborate, just like the politicians, we negotiate as to what's best for our people and our people, our families. Drop the mic. Yeah, if I'm even in a space where I can't ask questions or anything like that, anyway, it's a situation I would want to remove myself from. If I'm
But
not
that's
allowed
that's
to
what I'm
ask what I
saying.
want to know about something, somebody refuses to give me clarity, refuses to give me clarity, or
The
doesn't have the clarity, then it's a situation
the
I would want to remove myself from.
the
Anyway,
the the, the dumbest question is the one that's not asked.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would, like I
Closed mouths
said,
don't get fed, is what
yeah,
this
that's right.
notion is.
I'm like this, like I said. You got to understand like this. I don't. First of all, I don't believe in making no plan A, B, C, D, E, and F because I don't plan for failure. I don't plan for failure. What we're going to do, like I said, once we sit down and we get everything in order, we go by this agenda. We go by this agenda. Like I said, I don't
Yo,
never want you to think that it's anything that's going on that whatever you or anybody else says does not mean nothing. A team is just
yo,
that.
yo.
There's no
I can hear you.
oh, yeah. There's no well. He called a meeting today. No, 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 no. There's an agreement to a meeting. It's agreement. Everything that we're trying to do right now is based upon agreement and understanding and communication and productivity and
Understood.
productivity. You know what I'm saying? I understand you may because I'm like I said, and I might be overthinking it, but I feel like you've been in a situation that like made you feel very uncomfortable because you're doing the job, but it's questions as to the job you're doing. And like you said, you're not getting the answers or motherfuckers just playing you off. No, that's not what we building. No, that's not what we building.
No,
What we build
I just get to a lot of people I realize are just they just harbor around the things that need to be said, and I'm just one of those people who say those things or get the clarity for myself. I don't like to guess anymore. I don't like to wait around and see what it might be. I don't like that. I like knowing outcomes and be able to weigh my own odds so that I can put things in place that in case I don't look for failures, but in case things do happen, there's always something behind it to keep myself going on whatever it is I'm trying to go. So everything is streamlined when
okay,
when I get involved in something,
so
so I could play my
I,
part for the moment until I'm able to, do
I,
what it is I want to do.
I definitely feel your energy, and I definitely see that you're an individual that you take pride in anything that you put yourself in, and you
Hmm.
don't want to be strung along. I'm the same goddamn way. I'm the
Hmm.
same goddamn way because, like, I believe in if we're gonna, like I said, if we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it right.
Hmm. I like that comment, Damien. I seen what you said. I'm listening to you too, but I
Yeah,
seen what Damien said too.
yeah, that's
Dang,
right.
putting facts in the comments. I see you, dang. You don't
Yeah, I'm
do it,
not mad at
man.
that, Dane.
Stop
What,
asking
I'm not
what,
mad
is,
at that
what
AI.
he
at all.
say? Read it. Let me see what he
Oh,
say.
he was saying he said action. Well, he said another one, but I already read that giant. Um, he said action, action, action. No action, there's no reaction. So the principle of action is to get more people to take action. Yeah. I don't know what kind of weed you smoked this morning, but you saying that
Man,
real shit, Damien.
appreciate
You know.
that, Dame Dollar,
Hmm.
man. And that's the attitude I think we should have going into every day, man. That we don't gotta do it by ourselves. We can do it as a team. We gotta get out of this competition, one trying to outdo the other. And if
Hmm.
there's anybody out there, definitely in our area, that want to get with, giving back to the homeless or giving out turkeys, anything, we doing it, so you can reach out and get part of the team. Trey know he down with everything we do. It's just up to me to go being able to go pick his ass up sometime. But other than that, we got a
But
good
that's the
team.
part about the setback because we've already worked together on my side of the fence. You came, we
Yeah,
already did some work, and you also seen how things could have went off of the strength of nothing, off of being free, damn near.
hell yeah,
You see how monumental it could have been, and you see how it didn't go. I ain't worried
yeah,
about it. Nothing's on my mind in terms of worries at all about nothing. I just want to see how it goes around me because come on, Molly know what it
yeah,
is. You'll
hell
learn what it
yeah.
is soon, but Molly knows.
Yeah, we gonna get it though, man. We gonna get some shit jumping. Hey, prayers for my girl Riri. Y'all don't forget to put the prayers in the hearts in the comments for my girl Riri. Add her if you can, if y'all friends with her. Our girl out there, McFarlane, the host of the Morning Mac show. Hopefully she back home. She just resting right now. And if not, we'll get y'all update tomorrow for Freaky Friday. Appreciate you tapping in with us again. It's always
My
good
ple- my
conversation.
my pleasure, man. I'm getting like I said, I'm getting used to waking up every morning with this energy. I'm definitely getting used to waking up every morning with this energy. Like I'm loving the fact that
Wake up
I
to the
have I
sun
have
steaming
I've
up.
met some individuals that's willing to put forth that foot to help out.
Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Started
Hell
right, let
yeah,
your
this
energy
life
flow.
ain't easy, man. A lot of people, they look to get rich. So you looking to get rich doing any of the things we doing, this ain't the field for you. Now you might get rich, it might happen, but if you looking to get rich, this ain't it for you. This something we do because we love to do, and we like to help the kids, especially the ones that's coming up behind us. We trying to educate them, show them, it's other people out here that do other things other than just sling drugs and gang bang and all that right here in your neighborhood. So if you don't want to be part of that, you can be part of the people that's trying to build the neighborhood. And there's some kids that want to be part of that. I done got about 50 of them now. So we gonna be teaching the kids this December. Y'all definitely gonna be updated with everything. But if y'all got any kids out there that want to be part of what we doing, man, just reach out. They might need some community hours or whatnot. They can use it for school. But the more the better. I tell people that all the time. When it's time to move, you'll never hear nobody say, fuck that. I get this shit myself. No, they start calling around. Hey, can you help me because you need more hands? That's how it should be with business. That's how it should be with mostly everything in life, man. Call out, reach out to some people and accept them, to give a willing hand. It makes things easy. It's easier for 8 hands to lift a table than just 2, so we gonna get it going. You want these flyers straight? You gonna read these
Yeah,
flyers
go ahead,
off?
pull them flies up. I'll read them. I got you. All right, y'all. This is the Great Laughs Giving Comedy Show. This is BT Comics View Lonnie Davis, which is one of our people that's been on a couple of these flyers. So I see that he's booking shows. I got a few people in attendance. Mr. Quan Williams, shout out. David Funnyman Green, one of our own that you see right here. Well, you don't see his face, but he's present. We got LA Josh Preston as well. This is a BYOB event. So as I tell y'all, when you got a chance to get your ticket in advance, save yourself $5 or so, that can go towards a drink. I don't drink, but if you drink, you can get you something with that extra $5. But if you got it like that, get your tickets $25 at the door. But if you reach out to anybody on this flyer, you can get information on tickets as well as going to Eventbrite for the $20, special. We have DJ Blaze on the roster this time at this event. This is David's second show, so congratulations to David for having another show. Yeah, so the Great Laughs Giving, everybody. This event is on November 21st at 8 p.m. Virginia Avenue Event Center, 249 Virginia Avenue, Cumberland, Maryland, 21502. This is the holiday fundraiser, Clean Comedy Show. This is on Saturday, December 6th, obviously of this year. Doors open at 6:30. You got some time to mingle, walk around, get yourself something to drink or whatever before it's 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. is the showtime till 9. You have a few other people that's going to be in attendance. One of our own, Philip Page, which is a sponsor for a lot of these entities that you see for the holidays. You have Susan the Duchess Hawkins, Miss Sandy Bernstein, music by DJ Beatman, hosted by Barbie Brooks, and another event that's headlined by Lonnie Davis. It's $20 for the early bird special, but $25 tickets are available at the door. This is 115 I'm sorry, this is at 115 North Bound Street in Bel Air, Maryland. Seating is limited. Purchase your tickets today if you can. ASAP. All right, this is the pre-Thanksgiving comedy show. One of the other shows that is headlined by Lonnie Davis, so he's racking them up this year. Funny Man Green will be in attendance. Fly J Jizzle, Miss Chindle M Johnson, Ricky Boydax, Nana G, Hannah Thomas, Kiki Callie, NCL Manny, Miss Anissa Stewart, Venom and Verse, and it's going to be hosted by Howard G, which is the Kiss My Bumper guy. Saturday, November 15th is the day of the event, and the show time starts at 8 p.m., but the doors open at 7 p.m. $25 tickets that you can get are tickets you can get in advance. If you don't, have the time or you're not able to do so, you can get your $30 ticket at the door. This is at Cafe 12, 5627 Riggerstown Road, Maryland, in Baltimore. For tickets, you can Cash App or Zelle to number 410-808-5805, or you can reach out to Howard G's Cash App, which both of the numbers are linked to the same source. So there will be food, drinks, and vendors on the premises. All right, this is Street Lines, No Child Left Without a Toy, second annual drive. Not the first one, with the second one. So I'm hoping to keep seeing this go up throughout the years for the holidays. If you have time or money, please do send a donation. What they're asking for is new or gently used unwrapped toys, crafts, books, and games suitable from newborn to 16. They're asking that you please do not donate clothes or perishable items. How to donate, you have information to the left. The Colony House at 930 Fairgott Street Northwest is where you can reach out to, or Ricky Bryant at 202-258-2174. There's also a QR code for you to be able to scan and get direct information on how to donate. So from now, which is November 13th until December 13th, you have 1 month straight to donate your toys and help out with this cause. Sponsors are below. All right, that must be the end of the flies.
Yeah, that's the end.
That part.
That y'all. Tomorrow for Freaky Friday.
I got work tomorrow, so I'll try to jump in, but I won't be able to be on. Unless I get them earphones from the store, but whatever.
That's cool. Get that money, brother. Go get that money.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna go get it. It's there.
I need y'all to if y'all know anybody that need work done to their house or whatever, I need y'all to let me know. Cause I definitely pick up people to pick people up, man, so they can make them some money.
Okay.
Definitely got you, huh?
I like that. Big business. I'm all for that.
Like I said, I promise y'all. Like I said, within 6 months, we having this same conversation talking about. I remember we started this little team. We just need a little name for our team, and then we good.
All right, man. It hit you 2 years later, but it finally hit you, man. It's starting to hit everybody, man. I've been waiting, man. Everybody to get on board, man. Same page. It's hard to do it by yourself. I done did it all, man. I've been there. Travel, LA, been with the stars and all that, but it's boring when it ain't with the people you know and you love. I'm out there with strangers and stuff like that. It's okay, but I want to build something here from my city where I grew up at. It's easy to go out of town and live a lifestyle. People don't really know you, so they don't judge you as much. But I want to do something here. I want to build something here. Why DC can't be the spot? Why we always got to go to Atlanta? Why we got to go to LA? Why we always got to go out of town to become something in New York? Become you here. And when you become you, stay here. Fuck that. Let's draw some people to our city. That's what I'm working on. So I'm going to need my people here from the city,
I need y'all to know this. I need y'all to know one thing, right? A lot of doors about to open. A whole lot of doors about to open.
All you gotta do is believe it. It'll come to you.
Yeah, guess what? As I said, when you realize something and then you understand it and you believe in it, like I believe in y'all. I believe, and I ain't seen y'all do whatever. But I believe in y'all because something tells me y'all energy is pointing in the right direction. As I said, this is not my original idea. This is Marley's idea.
That part.
You gonna
Yeah,
make it happen?
Marley gave me this idea like 2 years ago, but you gave it to me in the gambling sense. Remember, you was
Yeah.
like, start a pool, everybody throw some money in, and once a month or whatever, everybody get X amount of money to pay what their bills and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, damn, well, if we could do that with if we could do that with gambling, then or paying bills, then we can do that with a business. We can all come up with different business ideas, and we can invest into each other.
I'm liking that.
And we
I'll
can
let y'all
invest into
tomorrow.
yeah, that's how millionaires and billionaires get together. That's why I said when I first said something, I said, no, we're going to create our own think tank. We're going to
Mhm.
be our own think tank. We don't need